What's up, everybody? I know I haven't made a video in forevs. There's been good reasons because I've been busy with work, busy with my personal life, busy just trying to do good, trying to help others. With that being said, this video is going to be very, very spiritual. So, it's if you don't understand spiritual arts, if you don't practice it, if you don't read about it, if you don't know anything about it, you're probably going to think that I belong in a mental institute after hearing this, because it's going to go pretty in depth in things that a lot of people don't realize. So, with that being said, I've been doing good for myself lately. I've been, going to work. I've been holding down my job. I've been paying my bills on time. My personal life has been flourishing. My personal relationships with family have been, impeccable. And, a lot of people don't realize that, well, everybody realizes this. When you fucking do good in life, when others see you succeeding or bettering yourself or whatever the fuck it may be, they always, there's haters, as people say, haters, and the more people, improve themselves and start helping others, the more bad things that people say, can do spiritually, they can do to try and, knock you down a peg. And for me, that's been happening to me, basically, so where do I start? So anyway, a lot of weird shit has been happening to me this past week or 2 weeks, whatever. I've been hearing a lot of things in my apartment. I've been seeing a lot of shadows. Doors have been opening by themselves randomly while I'm just sitting here watching Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. The other day at work, I was just washing dishes and I'm scrubbing it, and then boom, my hand went through the whole entire bottom of the glass, and it was a thick glass, and I ended up cutting myself. It's all healed now. But just weird shit like that. I've had troubles this past week with a certain tooth that has never really bothered me. And in my opinion, I was okay, I've been doing good lately. I haven't been feeling ill. I haven't been, having any stressors in life. I haven't had anything creepy happen to me up until these last 2 weeks. And people don't realize this, but people can send spiritual psychic attacks to other people, whether you know them or not. A lot of people are jealous, they do things out of malice, out of spite, out of envy. And I try my best to keep my close-knit circle of friends very little. I don't share a lot of my personal life anymore with the internet. I shared up to a certain point, and then it was I gotta fall back a bit. And the reason you have to fall back a bit is because the more you put out there and the more people know about you, if one of these individuals, who see you doing good, shining, whatever, and they don't like it, and you mirror to them things that they need to work on, they can target you and they can attack you. And, so what was happening to me was all this weird shit was happening. I kept having weird nightmares about certain people, certain shit, people trying to kill me, people trying to hurt me, people, I've been having dreams about homophobic people trying to kill me, and people from my past who had to do with the drug scene, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I've been having that happen to me. So, I pray every day. Prayer to me is a daily thing. As soon as I see something worth praying about, Afghanistan, these residential school children, anything on social media, anyone who's in danger, even souls who are lost, who are found dead, murdered, missing, I always say a prayer. And, a lot of good things happen to you when you say prayers for other people, because it's you don't gain nothing from it other than you soulfully and truthfully trying to help someone else, or send them light, love, and guidance, whatever the hell you want to call it. Not hell, I don't mean to say it like that, but you know, um, so this weird shit's been happening to me, and like, lo and behold, you know, I've been slacking on my meditating lately too. Like, you know, I had my boyfriend here for like a week, and you know, we didn't exercise, we didn't, I don't know, work out very much. So I've been trying to get back on that. And like last night, I like woke up from a nightmare at 3 a.m. and it was, what do you call it? The evil eye. Like, if anybody knows this, like, the evil eye stems from like ancient Egyptian times. Like, the evil eye is something that can be psychically pushed onto somebody by other, like, I'm pretty spiritual, but I keep it to myself in a sense. Like, I have a spiritual community on Instagram that I speak to, and there's a lot of psychics in there. And, you know, one of them had messaged me and said, you know, you should watch out because there's somebody close to you who has been, you know, wishing you ill will. And it turned out to be true. You know, after that, I dreamt about the evil eye. And, you know, usually when you dream of shit like that, like, it's a warning for myself anyway. So I woke up at 3 a.m. and, you know, I had a headache when I woke up, and I was like irritated. So anyway, I was like, you know what? I'm going to meditate. I'm going to figure out who the fuck this is, because I've been told before, you know, if you ask creator, spirit, whoever you believe in, to show you their face, this specific individual or individuals who are plotting, planning, you know, spiritually trying to disarm you. I forget what I was saying. That right there is a spiritual block. It's a spiritual attack, because what I was saying, I totally forget. And like, whatever entity, spirit, low vibe energy is trying to stop me, it'll do things like that in your life to slow you, or like to you know, hinder you, or like, you know what I mean. I forget the words right now. See, like, even that, like, low vibe energetic things can attack people if someone's intent is ill will. You know, after I meditated, I always meditate with earphones in to certain, you know, frequency sounds, specifically for the chakra system. I do that, you know, as much as possible throughout the day. It's only like 11 minutes. But in that short period of time, like, you know, I'll shut all my stuff off, all the lights are off, you know, I'll have a pillow over my eyes, I'll have these earphones in, so all I can hear is that, like, frequency music, whatever. And then, you know, you basically shut off all your other senses. You know, you put yourself in a spot where no one's going to fuck with you, where no one's going to walk in and, you know, disturb your peace. I have that here in my apartment. I can lock the door and no one bugs me. So as I'm sitting there, like, basically senseless, as crazy as that sounds, you know, I'm meditating, and, like, I am very close to, and I'm not going to keep saying this through my video that I might sound crazy, because, bitch, I know I'm not crazy. I'm very familiar, and I'm very close, up until this last 2 years, with my spiritual team on the other side. You know, we all have guides, we all have spirit guides, we all have angels that follow us, that were assigned to us during this lifetime to assist us through life, to protect us, to guide us on the right path, and to fulfill our life purpose. And like, we all have a life purpose. None of us really know what it is until later on in life, when we come into our true selves and, you know, strip down these indoctored beliefs that society puts in us. And like, you know, when we start living our truth and vibing at a high vibrational, like, frequency, that's when you connect with your angels more. That's when your guides come through. And while I was meditating at 3 a.m., I asked specifically for Archangel Michael. You know, I've never seen him. I don't feel him. Or, I mean, I don't, like, physically, visibly, or, like, audioly, I don't experience him. But, like, his presence is something I'm used to. And, you know, he's always someone I call upon when I pray. Apart from, you know, my spirit name, King of the Stars, Ogi Maonan. You know, I've been praying with that my whole life. You know, I'm very close to my spirit guides. I'm very close to my baby brother who's on the other side, who watches over me and my family. Anywho, while I was meditating, I asked specifically to show me you know, through my third eye, whatever you want to call it, the face of the person who is doing this to me. And it's funny because, like, first, what they showed me was somebody, I'll say this one after, somebody, first of all, was sitting at their computer, and I could see them, and, like, it was a silhouette, and then it's just the computer, and they're sitting there, and they're watching my Facebook, they're watching my YouTube videos like this, hence why I'm making this video. You'll see at the end why. You know, this is an individual who I know. This is an individual who does practice spiritual arts, whatever. But little do their friends, family know, or public, I should say, that they aren't just trying to do good things. They are also targeting other people who they see succeeding, who they see more connected to the divine, I guess. And so I did get to see this individual's face. I know who you are. And, you know, behind them as well was, there's something called a spiritual walk-in, and, like, that is basically when someone is low vibe and they're practicing bad things, they're wishing ill will on other people, you know, a lot of bad energy. You can, okay, I'll get back into this, but, like, wishing ill will on people, and then, like, fuck, I forget what I was saying again. Anywho, a spiritual walk-in, now I remember. A spiritual walk-in is literally when a person who practices spiritual arts they have their soul, we all have a soul, animals as well, basically gives the what's the word? Gives permission, gives access to a negative entity, spirit, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people say demons. That is a word you can use for it. But a spiritual walk-in is when someone on the physical plane here allows and, you know, provokes spirit to come through them to harm others. So I saw this individual, I saw the spiritual walk-in. I don't think they're aware of it, that all this harm and shit that they're wishing for other people is literally causing a bigger and bigger black cloud behind them. And the more and more this person, like, feeds into negativity, wishes people ill will, harm, you know. I also heard this person saying to me in my higher self in my fucking dream, I wish he would just fucking die. I wish that faggot would die, like, shit like that. And, you know, that word doesn't trigger me anymore. You know, it's just so old school. Call me what you want. I know who I am. And anyway, I don't think this person's aware of it. What I do know is this person is aware of what I'm trying to do with my life and the things I'm doing and planning in the long term. They're great manifestors, I'll give them that. They're manifesting, I manifest in a light type of way, and this person is manifesting publicly as someone, you know, flow. I'm doing that for, like, go with the flow kind of shit. They're manifesting publicly as someone who's doing good, who's doing light work, whatever. But in actuality, underneath the veil, thanks to spirit, my guides, they are literally doing black magic. And I'm not sure if they realize it. It could be subconsciously. I really don't feel like they know what they're doing, but they're doing it. And so my guides, my spirits, you know, have divinely guided me to make this video, because this person does look at my Facebook, this person does watch my videos, this person talks shit about me constantly. I've met this person, you know, we've had ties in the past. This person, I don't know, this person is a hater. I'm just gonna put it out there, and, you know, it's gonna upset them. I know they're gonna watch this video, so, you know. And then, like, they wanted me to show you, like, I gotta show you, like, a drawing, like a visual depiction of what I mean, and, like, how energy works. So, here's my little thingy. Can you see this one? Yes, you can. Perfect. So, okay, this is how energy works, people. Oh my god, my legs are so skinny. Okay, so we're gonna draw somebody here. Say this is you, me, whoever. That's them. Now picture the infinity symbol. Okay? We are all in the pinnacle of right between this infinity symbol. Now, over here, we're going to do, hold on, karma. Oh shit, I'm going to write this down. Dharma. Bad, good. So, this is somebody's like crown chakra, this is somebody's third eye. When they subconsciously, or any one of us, I should say, not they, you know, when you wish people goodwill, when people online are like, I'm sending you good prayers, sending you good vibes, like, that shit comes over here to the Dharma side. And, you know, people are going to be here along the way on, oh my God, there you go. And people are going to be here along the way on this Dharma side. And when this individual, whoever, me, you, whoever, wishes good intentions to whoever, whatever, it goes through here. And energy, I've said this before in my videos, is like a boomerang. Whatever you put out there comes back to you. So this is how people build Dharma. You wish well for people, you hope for the best, you're doing good in life, it comes back to you. Boom! You know, energy's a boomerang. This individual doesn't realize that the more they're hating, the more they're wishing ill will on me, you know, physical ailments, you know, come to see me in my dream space by, you know, dark entities, you know, shit like that. That comes back this way. And then it comes back to you. And a lot of the times when it does come back to you, you know, it takes time. It's not instantaneously. It builds upon the way. And like, for me, every time I pray in the morning, every time I meditate, you know, whenever, I always say, I want to send back the energy, you know, good or bad, I want to send it back tenfold. So let's say someone sent me good wishes over here and it's coming back, boom, I get that and I times it by 10 and I send it back to the sender. So I'm doing the exact same thing with all the people, with this individual specifically, who sends me ill will. So, just like the good people, I send it back tenfold. And that's all right. That's not considered black magic. It's not considered, you know, it's all about intent. And like, my intent to tenfold this bad energy back to them is because, you know, I don't need that shit. Nobody needs that shit. And this person needs to be stopped. And they will be stopped eventually. It just takes time. It matters how long they've been practicing. It matters how long, you know, they've devoted their time, energy into manifesting a dark entity to like bug other people. You know, unfortunately for this individual, I know who you are. I'm on to you. Spirit knows who you are. I want you to know as well that every day when I pray, every day when I wake up, I always, you know, pray to Archangel Michael, my spirit guides, the stars. I'm of the stars. We all are. I always pray to like shield myself in pure white light, you know, every morning, you know. It does help, it does work, because there are people out there, and the more you go through life, you know, succeeding and shit, like, this is the example I'm getting is like Cardi B, you know. There's a part in one of her shows where she says, I miss being not famous because I only had like 3 haters and I could, you know, watch them. But now that I'm famous, I'm getting them from fucking everywhere, thousands of them, through online, in person. Like, she said she would rather have those 3 haters than all these people up there. But in exchange for her getting all this like backlash and, you know, negativity from people, it's because she's so damn famous and successful. And like, when people are up there, and I'm gonna get to my next what I saw in my head, and you know, when they're up there, what do you call it? It mirrors back to people who don't work on themselves internally. It invokes, you know, malice, envy, fucking spite, like shit like that, and it festers and it festers and it festers. And like, the more they see someone doing good about things that they've healed about themselves or have worked through or have succeeded in, that this individual is like, well, why are they doing good? You know, why aren't I doing this? Why aren't this? And instead of, you know, going inward and working on themselves, they would rather send that bad negative energy out in hopes that that person would be knocked down a peg. But if you go for somebody, that you want to knock down a peg, you better hope to fuck they ain't as fucking close with their guides and spiritual team as I am, okay? You know, I don't practice black magic, nor will I ever. There are ways to protect yourself in the mornings. There are ways to protect yourself throughout the day. And, you know, what I heard just now is like, what is that? There will be weapons. There will be weapons built against you. These weapons will not prosper. No matter what you do, no matter what you do, there will be weapons used against you, built by people who are jealous, envious, who don't want to see you succeed. However, Spirit isn't going to let these weapons, you know, do this shit to me. And thankfully, I caught on to it very quickly because I know what's up. I know what's going on in the spiritual realm of things. I know what people can do to harm others. I know the things, you know, there's a lot of things people do subconsciously that can bring back negative shit and put onto others. Like, you know, the whole point of the evil eye is like somebody with malice intent, you know, say it's literally the magic. It's literally the evil eye of like, you know, say someone walked by me that I didn't like and I was like, that's one form of fucking spiritual attack. We all do that as humanity. We're all judgmental. So, you know, those things come back to us, but they're in small increments. And like, you know, talking shit about other people, that's another way that people send negative energy to other people. Yes, it comes back to you, but, you know, usually talking shit and giving dirty looks isn't as intentful and malicious to other people. However, practicing spiritual arts to harm other people's progress spiritually, to which the mill will. Once again, I forget what I'm saying. But the second thing I got from after like meditating this morning at 3 a.m., I know I'm protected. Oh, I'll get back. I'll come back to this after. So anyway, the vision I got was like a literal big ass tree. It was huge. I don't know where the fuck it was. I don't know why it was. What they showed me was like fruit hanging from this big tree. And this, imagine when someone's in a high vibe mood, when they're in a higher dimensional, I guess, kind of like spiritual level, they are considered high hanging fruit. So imagine like a tree with like, you know, beautiful, juicy, fucking luscious fruits at the top, you know, and people want those fruits. However, the people at the bottom, the fruit hanging at the bottom, they're usually like already bitten by bugs. They're already filled with like gross shit. They're like rotting. They're like got fruit flies and stuff. Like, you know, those are the ones that fall to the ground and fucking decompose. And like just that alone is a festering energy of like, ugh. So anyway, what they showed me was somebody standing at the bottom of this tree, jumping at this high-hanging fruit, not being able to reach it. So what do? They pick up the fruit from the bottom, the gross, nasty shit, step back, and they're chucking it up at this fucking tree with all these beautiful fruits at the top. And no matter what they're doing, no matter their sticks, they can't reach it. And like, it's kind of like spirituality, symbolically, when you're a high vibe individual, you're at the top of the tree. And instead of these people down here like becoming stronger or working through their shit, you know, dealing with their trauma from their childhood, addictions, when people don't work on those low vibe things, you create this like energetic cord, parasitic energy in between yourself and, you know, whatever substance, whatever individual, whatever location. Like, this person in my vision was like throwing the fruit, trying to get the fruit on top, and they couldn't get it. Therefore, at the bottom of the tree, I could see them like sprinkling shit at the roots, trying to make it so that like the poison goes up basically and makes the top hanging fruit fall, so that, you know, this individual can be on the same level as them. But spirit is not. They literally showed me like fruit, like this poison going up, knocking down all of the rotten fruits onto this person's head, and him being like, and I say him because that is the silhouette of the person that I saw in this specific vision, I guess. I don't know. Whew, that was a lot. The spirit wants me, confirmed with me and wants me to tell everybody else, don't be afraid of other individuals who, wish you bad well, who practice black magic, I guess, behind closed doors, who intentionally want to see other people physically get hurt, mentally get hurt, spiritually, like abusive people. They subconsciously do this a lot to other people without realizing it. And like the day you connect with your higher self and then like realize these toxic behaviors that we do to one another as humans on this planet, the more you come into your consciousness of like watching your behavior, watching what you say to people, how you treat people, just like this boomerang. If you treat people good in life, it's coming back to you tenfold. If you treat people bad in life, it's coming back to you tenfold. And the thing with spirit is, spirit doesn't give a fuck. Spirit, we all have our guides, we all have our angels. And what confirmed mine for me today was, while I was like biking earlier, all I could hear in the woods while I was sitting to have a cigarette, as healthy as that is, I could hear low boom, 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 boom behind me. And I could also hear ch, 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 which to me was literally my ancestors behind me with like drums and rattles protecting me. So I felt that behind me today, and like that's what kind of, because I know this individual is going to see this video. They're going to be pissed off that I've realized what's going on. This seems very weird, and like the perspective of somebody who doesn't understand spirituality or like how that shit works, karma, dharma, yin and yang, what goes up must goes down, as above, so below, black, white, light, dark. There's always that fucking intertwining, And so, therefore, I just wanted to say, people, protect yourself in light every day. If you feel someone is like spiritually, if you notice things happening around your house, like doors opening or like shadows in the corner of your eyes, having nightmares, having fucking trouble sleeping, sleep paralysis especially. Sleep paralysis is the number one way that someone can fucking spiritually attack somebody. Because sleep is our number one, sleep regains our energy. Sleep fucking puts us in a dream state that like spirit can come and see us, they can come and talk to us, they can show us things in symbolism, because they didn't walk this planet yet. They only see us doing shit down here when we were all old spirits that have come into these physical vessels. We've all chosen and decided what life path we want to take, and like our mission here on hell, I want to say earth, but like literal hell is earth. That's why we're here. We're all damned. So anyway, if you don't fulfill these missions through your life, these goals that you previously had embarked on in the life previous to this one, you basically get reincarnated into something again that, how do I say that? Basically, if you've had a shitty life, so it feels and seems, and you've come out of that, you've basically healed yourself, you've raised your vibrations, and people can notice that and they see that in other people. And like, I'm literally like a narcissistic magnet to people who see me as someone like weak and naive and like gullible and like shy. Yeah, that's all true, but I also have a heart of gold, and I have fucking, the fuck is that word? I can't think of it right now. Oh, there it is. Discernment. I have discernment, there's givers and takers in life, and like I used to give to people that didn't deserve it. Like, I'd work myself to the bone, I'd fucking for a job I didn't like, for people, I'd like, get drugs for people just because like I wanted to be that bitch and shit like that. Like, what was I getting at? But I have discernment now, like from lessons I've learned in life, and Spirit's gonna keep pushing us through these lessons until these karmic lessons, until we can clear that karmic debt, and then move on to the next kind of like mission, quest, whatever. And like, you know, when people don't heal themselves from these like karmic situations and they continue on doing bad and same shit and repeats over and over, you know, if you imagine being someone who has a boyfriend and, you know, she keeps saying, why do all the guys cheat on me that I date? It's been this one, it's been that one, it's been this one. You know what I mean? She's taking that personally as like something internally wrong with her, when in actuality it's these three people, and it's like there's something that she's missing that she needs to heal about accepting individuals into your life out of, you know, giving people empathy and compassion to the wrong individuals, which is what I used to do in the past all the fucking time. You know, people who didn't deserve my time, people who didn't deserve my energy, my like nurturing spirit, they took advantage of it. I paid the piper for that. I've learned who and what to not put my energy into, my time. You know, as long people think that like, you know, we're here for 90 years, 80 years, whatever long you live, like on a fucking universal scale, our lives are like we sit here through our days, or 24 hours a day, or fucking 365 days a year. Like, it seems like a lot, but you know, we're only here like that. And, you know, in this time, we don't have very much time to heal ourselves. So it's important, people, to like focus on yourselves, heal yourselves, and like spirit will guide you. Ask them to. Pray, meditate, connect with your fucking spirit guides and your fucking angels. And like, you know, a lot of people don't realize as well, like grandparents, when they're passed over, a lot of them become one of or two of your main fucking spirit guides. And, you know, apart from my ancestors and like Archangel Michael and Spirit having my back, like you need to have their back as well. And what I mean that is like doing things out of pure kindful heart and like helping others, being nice to animals, you know, not stomping on bugs when you see them, because like everything has a soul, everything has a name or energy, you know what I mean? And the more you practice that, and the more you catch yourself from repeating old toxic behaviors, the more they come to you, the more they the more they spiritually connect with you. And, you know, as crazy as it sounds, I am very much connected to my higher self. I know what my next stage plans in life are going to be. I know the abundance that is awaiting me within the next year, half year to a year. I know what's to come. I'm excited for it. Right now, I'm just working on a micro level on myself and others, and my, you know, my stability, my family, friends, you know. And it takes a lot to manifest. It takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of fucking time, a lot of prayer, a lot of meditating. You know, you're manifesting the best when you're in a joyful mood, when you're helping others, when you can, when you can manage home life, work life, and still being like a pillar of light for someone to confide in, help with, you know what I mean? No. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap up this video. I think it's funny because it's like 3333. That's my sign to wrap up this video. So I just want to say, I know what you're up to. The evil eye doesn't work on people who are aware of it. So I suggest you stop your shit right now, and, you know, whatever you send to me, I'm sending it back tenfold. So watch out. Bye, guys.